I'll get this down eventually. I'm clearly very new at this. But yeah, I have one 4-star kind of coming at me from the beginning, so I've gone all out on him. I'm gonna keep pressing. I dialed it back with some of these guys who I've got some overzealous. This is the quarterback that I really want. So I am gonna keep pushing on him pretty hard there. This is my backup quarterback option. Looks like I'm gonna get him. But I've dialed back a little bit. I have the number one commitment there, but this is the guy that I'm really going after here. 96 throw power, 85 short accuracy, 86 medium accuracy, 94 acceleration, 86 speed. This is the guy that I want. 6'3", 214. This is my guy. I need him. Got a defensive tackle, locked in like that. I'm going to give him 5 points because he's locked in, and I have proximity to home. So when I do unlock the schedule, I have something which is automatically right there. So if I have a guy locked in where they're really interested in me, but I don't have something to pitch them when I can schedule a visit, then I'll throw some extra points up. There's some points at a punter, why not? And then some of these 4-star guys that I was saying who have pipelines that I can recruit. Kind of going after. I'm going after a physical wide receiver because I've found out that a pretty big cheat code here is in this game. If you can land a physical wide receiver, you can make them a really good fight. So it's kind of what I'm going. Offered that guy as well, but ran out of points. So that's kind of where I'm doing. Not super pretty, but again, we're early in the season, so I'm gonna stay as cool as I can. But 2-0. Texas State. Let's do this. Let's see. I'm going to go with the white face neck. Yeah, that's the one. Do I sound better now, Lane? Is that better? You good? Also, many are saying Daniel Schneeman is Jesus. Yes.
Welcome to San Antonio, Texas, and remember the Alamo Dome is home to the Roadrunners of UTSA, and we are fired up to get this game underway. And the Roadrunners will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bobcats offense will get the first crack here. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide out in motion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw, it's McLeod. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. That defense got gassed, but they finally get it.
Okay, here. Let me see if I can figure out how to turn the game volume down here. Obviously, I don't know what I'm doing. So, is that better? Interesting. Okay, yeah, I don't know how to fix that because I've tried. Let me try. Oh, is that better? How's that? I'm still figuring out my soundboard. So did that help? Did that help anything?
They need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays.
I very much hope so.
Right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive.
I'm going to try to tinker with these knobs a little bit here.
Back into this defense.
If not, we'll just fight through the technical difficulties. I think I could. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, my bad. I've been trying to do everything through the computer, like on the system, and I'm realizing that's what my sound was. That was a really dumb throw. I think I button mashed that. There we go. Okay. Appreciate you guys hanging with me. This is obviously just my third stream here, so I'm getting very new at this one. Closed option, middle field open. We got outside leverage in the outside right corner.
It's bragging rights. Like the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year,
Third and 6. Moving it.
This game in particular.
All right.
That's why it means more, and that's why these players.
This is why they don't let people over the age of 30 start streams. Takes a while to get this thing down. Oh, we got man coverage. I'll just take that. That's going to be easy out right there.
Back to the air one more time.
Don't. I promise I hit that way earlier in the game. So that sucks. Oh, but I might have to switch here to Joey Hobart here. Second time.
They'll throw again after the incompletion.
Yep.
Makes the catch. It's Williams.
Boom. Listen, I've played with Texas State a lot, so I know what I'm very capable of, even with this 80 overall football team. And I will see you guys in the college football games. That's all I'm saying. It's week 3. I'll see you guys in the college football games. I have another ranked game next week. Who did I schedule? I scheduled another ranked opponent next week. I don't know. I'll have to look the schedule up to finish it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Roadrunners
All right,
offense will
defense
try to
time.
get something started with their first possession.
I'm pretty capable of winning like the Defensive Player of the Year awards with my mic backer too, because that's who I just use her all the time. Again, I don't know what I'm play calling wise for defense, and I just know how to use it. So I just do cover 4 quarters, cover 0 shell, and then just control with my 2 middle linebackers, depending on the look that I get. So.
You see this guy at practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy
Right.
which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and
Yeah,
maybe
trips,
nullify the play.
Looking for a gap. It's Henry. He
Very
is
well.
going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Roadrunners want to crank
It seems that Texas State doesn't have any NFL draft prospects I can talk about while I'm playing this. I know they have Ben Bell, who just transferred to Virginia Tech, but he's like 6'2", 235, something like that. So like, even though he's productive at the college football level, I don't know. Guy we'll be talking about NFL draft-wise. Joey Hobart just went undrafted. I don't know if I didn't even see if he got anyone to that sideline. Give me that sideline. I got tackled by the punter. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Personnel. I want to try to tinker with personnels on those first downs. How can I first and 10s? How can I be less predictable? Coming out in like 21. Is there anything fun at
Yeah, so
Let's
I don't
do
expect
big
the
touch
offense to
first.
change too much.
This one, the protection never holds up. So I know I've either got to hit A or check down to X. Oh, okay. We'll get it right.
And
That's
just
good.
imagine if they could put another
I don't feel like I took that one.
right here. They could capture so much
I don't feel like I took that
in
one.
this game with back-to-back TDs.
Whatever. RPO bubble.
Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. On first down, here comes this offense.
Bubble. Put them on skates. Put them on skates. There we go. Second inches, baby. Let's go. I do like this play though, because if they give me a man look like I've got here, that corner route out of the backfield is. They didn't protect though. Oh, that corner out of the backfield is dangerous though. 31. I got 2 shots here. I'm gonna take a shot here first.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Looking to throw for it.
Yeah. Catch the football.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This play's overpowered. Whatever. I'll just take it.
Forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range.
Money in the bank.
What do you do here?
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But man,
All right, I'm going to try to get better at running the football in this game because I very much understand the sneaky running. This is a good box throw inside zone against them. I also just feel like, oh, there we go. The aiming points of what, like, running backs are coached to hit on inside zone, just like are never available in this game.
Operating in the red zone here on second down.
I don't really know what to do with that. Oh no.
Going for the screen.
Okay.
They got him
Okay.
pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've
That was
got it.
I saw the nickel bail out and I thought they had it.
They'll leave it with him. And
That's
this
all right.
one will be stopped for no gain. And
That's
the
all right.
Roadrunners want to move quickly.
The Jordan McLeod Heisman race is looking a little murky after this past two games. It's only week 3.
Pushed his way in, really
Not
trying
looking
to get
good.
it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
All right.
This is
3rd and
the type of
5.
play that can give the
Let's go.
offense
They're throwing the
momentum.
football.
3rd and short from
Fuck that
inside
running
the
back.
20.
Mark that
Into
running
the
back.
air. It's
Sit right here.
McCown. Pocket starts to
Throw.
collapse.
There we go.
Got rid of it just in time.
That's all I need. That's all I need.
They can't make a play on 3rd down. The Roadrunners will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Running
I
it
got another
back,
one.
it's Anderson.
Inside line again. Okay.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return.
Motion C spot.
Texas State has
Spot concepts.
back and they'll
I love
go
spot
on
concepts.
offense.
I love
They
skills.
missed
Just
an
get
opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't
No,
turn it
skills.
over. That's
Green
a
grass.
Cardinals.
Green grass.
Yes, you can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
Inside zone. I'm dedicated to learning how to run the football. I'm dedicated to it. So for Texas State to become ranked in this game, Sam, that's why I try to schedule at least a ranked opponent or 2 at the beginning of the season. But it's not bad. Like if you're like 7-0, 8-0, and you've beaten like a ranked opponent, like you'll.
He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. Knocked down at the 25.
And then just don't blow it from there, because then there's obviously like the 1 G5 automatic bid. So just be the best
Trying to
G5
find
team.
his man on 1st down.
Okay. Why?
Pass ball's incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. That's the end of the quarter. Texas State has the lead here.
Okay.
1 period in the books. And let's
Sounds
take
good
a
to me.
look at the stats.
Perfect throw. No red, all blue. But he does not find green grass. Mesh set. Drive. Hit him up. All right, we got some coverage just to work here. And we can drive out. If it is me, I'll
After the incompletion, they go back up top.
Nope.
Man downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
White Trail just
Bobcats
leaves
will snap it on 1st
the
and 10.
backside to corner and then run off.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to move it through the air.
Ah, that was stupid.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game.
I'll run the
now,
zone
you
toss,
expect
yeah.
them to make
I'll run
those
the zone
plays
toss.
for you, to make those big
Again, I love the
explosive
zone
plays
toss
out
because it's really easy to
back
tell.
three. Just gotta make sure he
If there's a
concentrates
player
and see that
on
ball.
this particular play, there's literally the backside safety, the backside end, and the backside corner already out of
Try to get it to the edge.
it. I guess it just doesn't matter.
Only a couple there, and now staring in 3rd and 8.
Yeah, you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. A lot of times you try to find a way to get some correct this offense.
Play I scored on earlier.
Nice job.
Simple high. Post is gonna close off. Probably gonna go corner to B to that little zig coming
On
back
3rd
under.
down, going up top.
There he is. There he is. There he is. There he is.
Touchdown, Texas State. That touchdown gives it.
So yeah, I don't know if you guys ever had this feeling of being really overwhelmed when you played Madden as a kid and being like, how am I supposed to know which of these 5 routes to throw to? And then like actually learning ball has helped you play these video games a lot. It's like, no, you don't try to throw to any of the 5 routes. Based on your look, you either throw like if it's 2x2, which side of the concept is better against the pre-snap coverage you get? Post-snap coverage is different than the pre-snap you get. Is there like a backside easy button? Instead of trying to read out 5 routes, just read out one side of the formation. Find something on the backside that looks nice in case you don't get what you want.
This is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just gonna say, David. I mean, this thing.
My issue is I'm a huge pocket
You
drifter.
go down, score. All of a sudden, your
I'm a
defense
huge
gets a
pocket
stop.
drifter.
Who knows? Better yet, gets
So
a
protection
turnover.
is control.
This game is a tire.
Third down conversions are a huge stat. In
Okay,
this one.
3rd and 11. Oh, we are.
Doozy if they can pull
I'm
it off.
gonna shade.
Back to
Oh, he's coming
throw.
down.
It's
Screen.
for count. Quickly complete. And short.
All right.
There,
Just like that.
get to the first down mark.
14-0. Looking
And the
pretty.
Roadrunners will bring the
Also, I don't know if you know
punch team
about
onto the field.
this user, one of those ended the line of scrimmage people, and you it's like the 4th block right there. On the return.
And the coverage team gets
Initially,
the return
rushing,
on the
we don't
ground.
use him. I've never blocked a punt in this game. I feel like it's impossible to block a punt in this game. Cheap how to do it. I'm gonna check.
Strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that. 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been
Should be able to block this up well if my right guard doesn't get
so good.
absolutely
Reading coverage,
pile drive
knowing
into his
where
ass.
the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the
Double
field.
cross.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going.
Got a little
Still
drive
early in the
concept.
game. Get a
Motion
stop.
is something I got
Create some
here.
momentum
Zone
for your
coverage. Got drive concept with that other drag. Inside shot across coming back. the other
He's
way.
gonna
Easy
pass
button,
on second down.
easy button.
That field in is Wilson. They make the stop.
I want to throw the ball downfield, but I just don't feel like at all. In 3 games that I've streamed so far, I've gotten an opportunity to do it.
When you pull it,
3rd and 4 is obviously the opportunity.
It's an easier throw. We can run
Gonna
in,
give me
we
off
can run
coverage. I'm
out.
just gonna
Really take
check that
advantage
to
of his
go
versatility
out.
and the guys in slot position.
snagged on the outside. It's Wilson. And the defense facing
Flanker
immediate
drive.
attack.
Another drive
He has
concept.
enough for the first
All right, I might have this backside post though. Again, that corner's playing outside leverage. We got middle of the field open and too high. And that, they're
He's
coming.
gonna
Yep,
pass.
got him.
It's
Oh,
incomplete.
I had it.
Trust me, you
I
will
had
not
it.
see that very often from
That's
this
the
guy
look I
at
wanted
second
to
down.
find my alert
You're
there.
not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there
This
ready
is
to
man
make a
coverage on
play.
the actually can't shot.
Dropped it.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield.
Not man coverage.
They'll go back to the air on second down.
Again, zone coverage,
Right on
spot
target
concept.
this time.
That button hook is
Gets it
there.
all the way down to the 39
8 out of 10
yard line.
times.
It'll be a first down.
8 out of 10.
How about this offense? They're rolling. You got a couple first downs together. Defense.
First and
Next,
10.
what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments.
Toss to the left. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked
Zig
that
under,
defense
zig under
back
here.
and got it down to the 34.
2-minute warning.
We've reached the 2-minute
Sitting pretty
warning,
here.
and they will try to
I might
build
actually try to
on
kill
what has
some clock
already
here.
been a dominant
I'm gonna go back to
first-half
post X
performance.
curl because I do love this
Second
flag
down
here.
coming up.
That if it's man coverage, I'll probably hit that. And the middle field's open, so that post will be there. If it's man coverage, I'll
Looking
just
to throw,
click
it's
out.
McLeod.
But it's not man coverage. Just
Coming after it.
Okay.
Oh, close. And the defense
2
grabs
turnovers
it.
on
They're
their
taking
side
it
of the
the other
field
way.
in this
And
game.
ball security is
Jordan
starting
McLeod,
to become a little bit of an
Heisman
issue for this
hopes,
quarterback. In his
dwindling
last game, he
very
had
quick.
and he has another one right
Whatever
now.
Heisman hopes you
He's got to do a better job of keeping 2 hands on the ball.
Sir, here. Just come on here, set him up.
And that's just a flat.
All right, I'm gonna get the ball back on the scoreboard for half. I'm calling it right now.
To his receiver.
I'm
Here
calling
they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air.
Sacked. There we go.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their
If you're play side linebacker and you see flood, you just got to
exactly
bail
the
as quick as you
ideal
can that
situation for
play
this
side.
offense.
And try to
Third
split
and
those
long,
two
back
levels,
up inside their
the deep
20.
out and the flat.
And he's not going to make
There we
it.
go.
The
Told ya.
defense does
Getting the ball back and I'm
not give
scoring.
the first down. The Roadrunners decide to punt it away.
Honestly, streaming's been a lot of fun for me. Obviously, I've been working out some kinks here, but it's fun to talk through like what I'm thinking. I've never done that out loud before. So,
Good work by the coverage
how many
team.
quarterbacks have I
That's
charted this
a man down on
spring?
the ground.
I've got 9 done. They're all up on my Substack. Obviously, I have paywall this year. They are all up on Substack. I've got Mendoza Sellers, Yamaliava. I carried over Aller, Nuss, Klubnik, and there's one more that I carried over from last year.
5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier
I
has to
can't
have it. They
think
just
who it
gotta
is
do
off
a
the top of my
better
head,
job
but I've got 9 up there. I've got Aiden Childs up there as well. I probably jumped the gun a little bit because I have to shock the players.
And there was no way to go. This quarterback, and down he goes. They line up with some serious work to do. They want to convert this one. Third and long.
Again, I'm gonna probably get some seniors up the rest of the way out. I'm pretty skeptical about getting in like any more underclassmen out, like who were first year starters, just because again of the NIL landscape. Like the odds of Sam Levitt, who's 20 years old, declaring after this year, I think are pretty low unless he just completely lights it up. So like I'd like to chart Sam Levitt, and I probably will this summer, just so I have a baseline understanding of who he is going into the season. But probably going to prioritize some of those seniors like Sawyer Robertson, Caden Salter, some of those guys heading the rest of the way out there. Get those guys up. Although I was looking at Caden Salter's box score, and I know box scores aren't everything, but like coming from that Chadwell offense and seeing what the low numbers of what he did, like I don't know if there's anything to really chart based off of 2024 Liberty tape, but we're gonna try.
Let me tell you,
Very good chance of
quarterback can flat fit in a tight window. Scanning the field, it's for Cloud.
Nope.
Nice completion here, this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in spots all over the field. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Yeah, that's not
That pass is incomplete. They're probably fortunate.
Drive is moving, just get out of bounds.
It's hard throwing in the pocket.
None of these.
Bodies, trick attack dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you.
I got 26 seconds left or something.
They couldn't make the connection on second down.
Zone
Now
coverage,
a
so
third
we got
and
that drive
7 to keep
concept,
the drive
that backside
alive.
shallow cross. That's my easy button if I need to.
From the
Get out
gun,
of
wants
there.
to pass. Get him some heat.
Mhm.
Can't make the connection.
Well, I told you it was going to come out and score.
Caused the missed timing.
I guess the field goal counts.
Field goal units, they'll try to get the 3. The holder will put it down on the right hash. A 33-yard try.
Well,
That is no good.
I
Missed the field goal, but
jinxed
still
myself
touchdown
there.
lead.
The hash directionality stuff tricks me out. That's not an excuse. I just sucked right there. But
He'll do it himself.
no, looking at this, I wouldn't count.
They'll finally catch up to him, but not before a
Speaking of his dad, Josh McCown. Is that Luke McCown's kid? I think it's Josh McCown's kid. Josh McCown is a freaking athlete. Not that I say that though. Josh McCown is pretty. It's one of them. Boy,
He'll come out throwing on
first
first
hit
down.
on that cross. There we go.
Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness. He stood it there, stared down the barrel,
That's
got
pretty
whacked. But I won't give him smarts because he's doing double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely go.
He'll take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half.
I couldn't see what happened right there.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go
But
to
it looks like it went
Kevin
bucket.
Connors and our halftime update. And the
Yeah, I haven't had a good couple of games in a row here. This game should be 28-0, maybe 31-0 if I hadn't turned the ball over twice in UTSA territory and missed that
And
kick
no
right there.
chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
Oh,
UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field.
I should stream some road to
Adjustments
glory
or
too.
attitude adjustments. They've got to
Oh,
find a way to run the ball at least
quarterback.
some here in the second half.
I do think you said
I'm
something.
pretty good at
I
stopping the
think
run.
running the football is an attitude. Like it starts with the offensive lineman being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an
Ooh, they got me.
opportunity
They
to
got
make
me
a
on the
statement
scene.
here.
Running
Yeah,
back.
I know you
Oh,
guys
good
went
throw
in
it.
at halftime.
It's wide open.
You riled
Good throw it,
yourselves
though.
up, and you told yourself you think you can run the
Thank
ball.
you,
And so
Owen.
on this very
Not
first
throwing
drive,
that.
just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot crack.
3.
Now, this offense is just stuck in the run. They've already
Sit on the
punted
button.
4
Go.
times.
Pick
and
that.
it's
Thank
third.
you.
Fires into traffic. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room.
That helps. That's a good. That's nice.
That
makes me happy. Makes me smile.
Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick
All
six,
right.
and that defense will come out feeling it.
That's a great way to start the half, boys. Great way to start the half.
He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Do it again. That was fun.
He
We
is
should do that
able
again.
to take over the offense, ready to return to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team.
Counter kills me.
Well, that's the
Counter.
unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks. But guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able
Okay,
to turn the
fine.
page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time.
32. Third and short. This is where men are made. This is where men are made on third and short.
And the road runners racing to the line in the hurry up.
This is on you. This is on you, buddy. This is on you.
On third and
Oh,
short,
yeah.
just trying to get it up for the
There we
first down.
go. Okay,
And the
Ratliff.
defense knew exactly where that first
Needed
down
that.
line was, and they stopped him short. The road runners
Yeah, we're
will
cruising to
follow
3-0
their
here.
punt team.
Be nice to
They've
pitch a
been
shutout.
busy
That'd
out
be a
there
lot
to
of fun.
punt for the fifth
Haven't
time
done that.
today. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
I don't think I've ran a screen
First down for this
all season,
offense.
so why not? Give it.
He's looking to throw.
Well,
The quarterback
that's why I haven't ran a
on
screen.
target there. Maybe they hook up.
That was set up pretty well too, man. Let's go back to drive concept.
They'll line up for a second down play.
So I need an easy button. I like that backside post. Middle field's open. Probably ish coming back. Or I've got that sit. Oh, that sit's gonna be my easy button.
Looking for a man. It's McLeod. They're trying to get to it.
That ball wanted to take the fighting man.
Completely might be fortunate. It wasn't not free for a fumble. It was third down. If
Drive
they
concept
get
looks like
the
zone
first
coverage
here,
again.
time for play
Just to
can
look at a
really
drive
give you a
concept
shot of
here.
momentum. On third and long, he's
Shallow.
going to have to throw for it. Grabbed in the
One.
middle, it's Smith.
Fine.
And
It's
he's
sheep
not
block
gonna
here.
get
Just a little
there.
bit.
The
Does it go
defense
fit?
stands
Just a
tall
little
and
bit.
makes the stop. This
Block.
offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on
Got it.
fourth down. What a good
There we go.
run there. He has enough
5
for
carries
the
for
first
21
down.
yards, and the majority of them just came right there on that one.
You know, in your territory, you punt the football, you weak and serve. No,
Big
sir.
under.
4th and
I like the front
I'm
side or
hitting
that
gas, all gas,
post
no
here.
breaks. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the first down on 4th and 1.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
He's got such good awareness of the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass. You
Slot
want to keep your eyes
nasty.
downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's
Post
got the
is
ability to
big
go
enough,
get it
so-
and get a first down.
Oh, come on. I didn't. Duh. Forgot to put shoe clock on. Thought I had all the time. Bad situational awareness from Miller right there. Bad situational awareness.
The Bobcats have their offense in high gear.
Crap. Too high. That slot fake's not going to do that. Let's see if we got man.
They'll move
Here
the
we got
running back
man.
and try to force the defense to adjust.
You guys playing 8 yards off the ball, so you can have them though. I'm gonna get the post.
He's looking to throw, trying to get to it.
Get down. There we go.
On the run, and he'll
I covered up
slide
the
to
run.
avoid the big hit.
If I wanted
He
to.
does a good job of
I need
driving
to sit
back,
in
going
with
through his progressions. Nothing there.
RPO
Run,
bubble
do
pop.
gain some yards. Make it positive. Don't
Threw a
sit
pick
back
on
in
the,
the
this
pocket.
last time I ran it,
Force something into
so.
a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Oh, oh.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Big under. Hold faithful. Hold faithful. Might have that post. If not, come back.
The right guys, a lot of things going on. And I
Yes.
think you saw that.
Ooh. Here we go, Cole Wilson.
And they'll finally bring him down after he
That was
rips
nasty.
off a huge play.
Really nice job there for the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go.
Again, I mentioned this on a previous stream, but I only like to read the bubble on these RPOs. The post / slants on the RPOs stress me out. So if the bubble's not there, it's there. So not.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sparks.
The post and the slant stress me
They'll
out.
get
So
it
I
down to
really
the
like the
8-yard
flat
line
focus
on
out of the
that
RPOs.
catch,
If
and
they're
the
not there,
defense is backed up against the wall.
I'll do it again. I'll read that
Now
flat.
on second
If
and
it's not there, I'm
goal.
just gonna hand it off. It's there. Touchdown. Okay.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This quarterback right now is an improved. He's doing a nice job.
Play some big boy ball. Play some big boy ball.
Reading the coverage, he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he's.
Oh my gosh. Both of their
That
defensive tackles
never
put both of my
had a
guards on
chance.
their
They
asses.
controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the back.
What I get for playing big
field on
football.
third down.
Tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And
Touchdown, Bobcats. And the
There we go.
has started. They'll try to add another to their lead.
I got to get some linemen out of the portal because that was brutal to try to run power right there at goal line and have both of my place at interior offensive linemen end up on their place. That was fun. And by fun.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field.
We're sitting pretty
Boy,
well.
3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really
Get off,
quickly.
yeah.
They need to put something
Okay,
together.
still covered. Still well covered.
Yeah,
Still well
bad
covered.
execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective.
Anytime I get those split zone motions, I'm just assuming it's a run and I'm crashing. Almost cost me right there.
It's 2nd and 10 from their own 25.
All right. Sounds good to me.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Ranked
And
Texas
now
State
on
cowards.
2nd down for
Ranked
this
Texas
offense.
State.
From the
Yes,
gun,
oh,
the
he got
ground
me.
game. On the moment,
Been scraped through along that
that is
there.
exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the shot.
Get him again. There you go. You got him. Oh.
They get him on the ground, and that'll
Fourth
be the
quarter, hold him
final
up.
play of this third period. That's the end
Hold him
of
up.
the quarter. Texas State has the
How'd it
lead
go?
here. This is
Foot on the gas. Keeping the foot on the gas.
Here, the big challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at third quarter stats. And the Roadrunners getting set on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's McCown. Quickly out to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits.
So yeah, as I was mentioning, I have 9 quarterbacks charted already for this summer. I have 3 and out in a lot of quarterbacks though, where I'll like, I'll give this guy a chance and I'll watch 3 games and realize, nope, we're good. I'm good. If something changes in season, that's fine, but I'm not going to waste any more time in the summer. A couple of recent examples of that are Talon Green, Arkansas quarterback, transfer from Bowling Green, or Boise State. No.
Looking to go up top on first down.
He might have the worst pocket presence I've ever seen. He might have the worst response to pressure that I've ever seen. He's talented. He's got tools, but my goodness, he has quite a list. Got him. Oh, come on. Sawyer Robertson is kind of that way. Like I've watched a couple games with him. He's very skittish as well. Just like plays high anxiety, like he's in flight right all the time.
They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this.
But I'll probably go back. There's a lot of people that really like Sawyer Robertson, and he's a senior, so I need to get
It's so nice when you know it's third and long. You know what
Josh Hoover's another guy from TCU. He's got a nice arm, man, but my goodness, he's a big old drifter. He's a big old pocket drifter. He's out there failing from pretty clean pockets, and I'm like, where are you going? What ghosts are you seeing here, buddy? But he's got tools, man. He's got some fun tools. So we'll see if Josh Hoover does a little bit more this season, but I'm not going to charge him. I'm undecided on. I'm probably like 5 games into Brennan Sorsby out of Cincinnati. I'll probably finish him just because I've come this far. I've got like 2 or 3 games left to go to get a good sample size. There's just 0 big throws on these tapes. So it's a little. Oh, they put my backups in. So it's a little hard to watch just because he's just checking everything down or everything's within 5 yards. But people at Cincinnati have raved about Brennan Sorsby's offseason. So if that's a good indication of what's to come, I hope so, because he's got a nice arm. He's got a nice arm, and he can move too. He can use his legs really well. Yeah.
Quarterback checking the play.
Any chance he can get. Yeah.
They'll throw it on first down.
Thank you.
Complete in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice game.
But for the most part,
Well, it really just feels like they are trying.
that's probably all the
to
quarterbacks I'll
make
get to, because I got other
everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
They get him stopped at the 2.
Sam, I agree. I need to watch more Levitt, but that's how like there. Sorsby's tape reminds me of Duke Riley Leonard, where it's like this guy's clearly talented and he just got drafted, so like the talent's there with Riley Leonard. But even Notre Dame Riley Leonard's like, but like, why is everything a shallow cross? Why is everything mesh? Why is everything a sit? Why like push the boundaries of the football?
The second down pass play.
Oh, PJ Hatter. I believe the Georgia State quarterback now transferred to Georgia State.
Some slants, some outbreaking routes. You're expecting man coverage down this area of the field, so you got to do something to create separation.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little.
Bobcats are rolling.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors.
Based on my limited viewing of Sam Levitt, I agree that he plays a lot of backyard football, and I'm usually pretty skeptical of quarterbacks like that. It's one reason I was like, obviously he just went first overall, so the NFL sees it differently than I do. But again, I'm gonna stand on my own evaluations of players and why I wasn't. Like, I remain a little skittish about Cam Ward. It's just because I still see so much. It's like, dude, you're playing against a 3-man front, 4-man front, and you're out here running around trying to create a firework instead of just like taking the concept that's there in front of you. Especially, I've seen like some instances. Ooh, thank you. On like 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, and they're running like spot concept out of trips, and he's looking backside on like just obvious, just get the first down and move on, and like running around and trying to create a big play. Makes for a fun college quarterback, but makes me skeptical about whether or not they completely understand what we're reading. But again, he just went first overall for a reason. But it's the same reason that I was pretty skeptical on Zach Wilson, who went 2nd overall, and we kind of know what happened with Zach Wilson, and that's not a comp, so Cam Ward, Zach Wilson on the same trajectory
here. He wants to throw, feeling some heat. Just had to get rid of that.
Cam Ward's got all the tools in the world.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. To the air, it's McCown. And the pass rush is effective.
But that's why I've loved talking about Fernando Mendoza and watching Fernando Mendoza this year, is because like the dude's got awesome tools. But he understands, like, and I didn't see this from hardly any quarterback this past class. And this is a chance for me to rave about Fernando Mendoza a little bit more, Indiana quarterback. He understands his role in pass protection. And it's not something that I saw a lot of from any quarterback. Again, Jackson Dart has no understanding of pass protection because he's in 5 wide empty all the time. And even guys like Shador, I don't know if he had a lot to do pre-snap. So, like, Cam Ward and Jordan didn't have a lot of responsibility pre-snap. And again, Miami's running a lot of RPO air raid stuff. So, like, but what I like about Fernando Mendoza is he does have a role in pass protection, and he understands. Okay, there's 7 guys in the box, and I have 6 guys in to protect here. That means 1 guy's on me. If all 7 come, 1 guy's on me. He knows where his alerts are. He knows where his easy buttons are. He knows how to get the ball out on time, and he knows his role. And like, I love it. Like I watched the NC State game. It was a play side trips screen setup with a backside post alert. And it was a loaded box, and they rotated into cover 0 post snap. He saw 0 real fast and threw the backside post. And the physical play there forces the like, it's little stuff like that I didn't see. Or it's even just hitting the flat, like the running back coming out of the flat. If you know you've got a loaded box, you know that you're outmanned in protection, that you're responsible for the free runner. Oh my God. Well, there goes my shutout. No, get him. Okay, we got him. We're good. Shutout's still on. And he knows his role. He knows how to get the ball out. It's a beautiful thing. On top of all the other great stuff that he can with the football. The dude's got a freaking cannon. Really nice touch. Really good extending plays as well when he has to. Decent, like I didn't expect a 6'5" guy to be as mobile and as nimble as he is, but he can move quite a bit there. Throw off platform when he has to. what's also really impressive is he's so fluid in the pocket. Just so fluid. His movement skills, navigating murky pockets and stepping through and stepping up, creating windows. It's splendid, man. I had a blast watching Fernando Mendoza's tape. Obviously, I dropped that article, Monday? Yeah, Monday, about Fernando Mendoza. And then it was pretty validating when Nate Tice of Yahoo Sports, again, Nate Tice, whose dad was an NFL head coach and longtime offensive coordinator, play caller, then also dropped Fernando Mendoza as his quarterback one and his way too early big board. So I was like, oh, that feels nice. Yeah, I'll rave about him also. So I'll stop. All right, the shutout's on here still. I could have pounded it on a little bit harder here if I wanted to. Obviously, 3 turnovers isn't good Corey Kinnan quality football here. They didn't live up to the standards today, but I got 3 takeaways as well. So, that's a way to balance that out. That's a way to balance it. This is a beautiful situation for the defense. I'm gonna be a dick. It's the computer. I'm not sure. You know exactly what is coming. And that slot fade's not gonna be there. If I got man coverage here, I'm thinking, yep, I do.
Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
He'll start this drive firing.
That's a bad throw. Oh.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And how about this?
So PJ Hatter's the backup quarterback, and why I'm recruiting quarterbacks. PJ Hatter will never see the football field for Texas State.
Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Pressure coming. It is incomplete. And
again, I'm just nervous.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here.
So I like the Sellers bet. Obviously, we saw Anthony Richardson go 4th overall, and I think they're pretty similar tools-wise. Anthony Richardson's got better tools still, because Anthony Richardson has unbelievable one-of-one tools for a quarterback that we've ever seen. I also think that Sellers has a much greater feel for pocket play than people give him credit for. Yeah, PJ Hatter. It's over for everybody. You had your shot. Lenore Sellers has a much better feel for pocket play than people give him credit for. Where I still struggle with Sellers, I see the tools. The sack avoidance is unbelievable. Maybe the best I've ever seen. Like, he is legitimate. He's every bit of the 6'3", 242 that he's listed as or whatever. Like, he is ungodly to try to get to the ground. It's a task. You go watch the Clemson game, and Peter Woods, who might be the best player in next year's draft class, almost unblocked up the A gap, has him wrapped up, and he gets out of it somehow and moves on. So I don't understand how he does that as well. Every bit of the tank that he's listed as. My issue with Sellers, but again, I say issue with the understanding that pretty much everybody in this draft class, except for Mendoza, except for Aller, and except for Klubnik, are the big ones. They're all first-year starters. Garrett Nussmeier was a first-year starter. Lenore Sellers was a first-year starter. Aiden Childs was a first-year starter. Nico Imaliava was a first-year starter. All of these, and again, the majority of the names I just mentioned are probably going to go back to school for a 3rd year after this year as well. But so what makes summer scouting so difficult is you have to understand the context of, like, we have to evaluate this tape, but how do we also anticipate a leap, or what does a leap look like for these guys? So, like, when I'm talking about Lenore Sellers, it's like, yes, I'm anticipating a leap because he's now a 2nd-year starter in an offense that has developed pocket passers. Like, think about Spencer Rattler from Oklahoma and the pocket drifting tendencies and the awful pocket presence to, like, what he developed into almost as a too robotic pocket passer by the time he left South Carolina. But I want to see Sellers, 1, more big throws as well from him. 2, he hits the top of his drop from the pocket, but then he sits at depth. Like, he stays at depth. I don't see him stepping up a lot. I don't see him stepping through a lot. He's just throwing from like 7 yards deep in the pocket. So that kind of bugs me a little bit, and it makes life harder on the offensive tackles when you're just giving defensive ends that deep of an angle. And then thirdly is, like, it's really hard to find an anticipation throw on his tape. Sellers is very much a guy who wants every single window of his to clear open before he throws the football. And that's just not reality, especially in the NFL. So I want to see him start to trust those windows that he's seeing, trust that his receivers can be on the other side of those windows, and just let it rip before the receiver actually clears into the window or gets into the window. Because almost everything he's throwing is like, okay, the guy is now open, now I'll throw it to him, instead of throwing his guys open. So that's probably the main area, the main stride I want to see Sellers take this year is to be able to throw some anticipation, throw some guys open. All right. Oh, heck yeah. I'm going to schedule this. Oh, Arizona is the other ranked team. They're 11th in the nation. So if I win that game, I'll have both the 11th win, beating the 11th team and the 10th team. And I'm going to get my 4-star scheduled on him with an A+ on playing time. I can lock that boy down with the upset win there. This guy's sitting pretty. Proximity to home, I've got him too locked in. I'm going to drop him down a few points. Since I'm scheduling guys, I might drop him down too a little bit here. If it's just for 1 week. Oh, I can drop him way down. Love getting guys scheduled on an upset matchup. Again, assuming I'm upset with them. That's probably good. Okay, this is the quarterback that I really want. I don't have an A to put on a visit for him, but do I take the shot and just do B, proximity from home, or hold out and hope that other A is that other check mark is under playing time? I'm gonna just go ahead and schedule him for B here. I don't love it, but I'll keep him cranked at 65 still. He's got A- though. Let's go week 6. Actually, I don't need to schedule that this week. I'm not gonna burn 40 points on that this week. Got 10 this week. I don't need to burn that visit this week either. I can spend points there. Get him off my board. Is this my physical guy? Yes, it is. I want to crank him up to... Oops. Oh, I don't have recruiting points to unlock that. Well, let me go upgrade that real fast. The wide receiver. Which abilities? Recruiting. Don't have the ability. Recruiting actions give bonus. Well, get to there. I really want this guy. I don't have enough. I still wasn't able to get extra recruiting points. Next week I will though. But we'll crank him up to 50. And him to 50. Okay, 10 points. Do I have anybody else that I have scouted? Then let's start scouting. It's an offensive lineman, probably him. All right, recruiting is done next week. All right, well, we're gonna come back and we're gonna play Arizona and hopefully, I think I'll be ranked at that point if I beat two ranked teams, two borderline top 10 teams. I say that did Arizona lose? They lost, of course, so they're 19. Still a top 20 team. Let's go knock out recruiting real fast though before I get out of here. Take out my board. All right. For recruit week, I might throw some extra points on him. For visit week, just 5 on him. No, because I have that one in the bag. He's coming, so I'm going to keep pressing there. Made the good choice there to go ahead and schedule that with B, proximity to home, because that play style was, or playing time was not a green check. I will go ahead and get him. No, I can wait till next week to schedule him again. So I'll burn 40 points this week. Where's he sitting there? Okay, pretty. So I'm going to drop 5. I don't have any green check marks in cover there. So, oh, there we go. The physical receiver. I'm up to 2nd. Okay, offer this guy and throw a 65 on him. Let's got some more guys. Oh, yeah. So I'm actually going to peel something back here so I can put 65 on that guy. Let's take on that guy. So I need 25 points for somewhere. It's the punter. I need 5 points. quiet this week, buddy. Sorry. Throw that there. All right. So next time, by the next stream, I'll be ready to roll and take down Arizona here. Again, 3-0 Texas State, baby. We're rolling heavy. So thank you guys again for tuning in. For those who did, if you're watching on YouTube later on, thanks for watching. The Texas State Bobcats are rolling. We'll be seeing you.
Well